damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down 80! Hey, tight. Let's get in there. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Alert! What's that? 55. What's that?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 61 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now Rosen on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Middle. Hey, high 7.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ben Banagoo in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Rosen. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to look deep down, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DJ Chark, 30 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pick up there, a 22.
22 yards. That's good.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the pressure gets to him again. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
You can't stop me.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54.
Rosen will throw. And he'll lay out and pull it. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Allen. And he's going to go down again. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Right there. Hey, Charlie!
Now Rosen back into his end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Darren Waller, 99 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 38. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 38-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this time, Allen will throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. On 2nd down, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got half 85, half 85. It's coming this way, here we go,
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
53 at the mark. I'm coming.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
At the 27-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hug. Protein spill.
To throw is Rosen. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
First down, Saints.
Rosen to throw again. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hey, Haywood! Tricky's the mark. I got him. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw again on second down. Rosen. This is caught. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down and goal. Rosen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From a yard out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second and 11 now. Allen looking left sideline, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. Safety creep.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Mike 54.
Manda.
Now Rosen on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Isabella, 60 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as... It's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 30 on second down, Allen always got some breathing room. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Coleman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now it's Rosen looking. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook, 49 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 31, Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, spot 4.
Go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Darren Lee there to get him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, exit.
Now it's Rosen. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Coleman now. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Shit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Watch it before. It's a party now.
It's Coleman here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. To throw is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just so good.
Up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got
ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener, and they'll try to get